first class only in gi, and it's kind of funny that I'm doing it because I'm normally a no gi type of girl. But as I'm getting older, I'm appreciating the gi more and more because it slows the people down. Today I'm going to teach Sloth Guard and a bit of Coyote Guard out of it. I'm not as good at it as I'm with arm bars. I learned it from black belt out of Berlin, from Hilton. He says everything is half guard and does it, and I think this approach is pretty nice, and I want to get into it more and more. So that's why I'm teaching it to you. Perhaps you can use it too. We start pretty easy with Sloth Guard, and I just explain the position, and I want you to try to get into it. And the person on top is to be asked to give a bit of defensive stuff, but not too much, so that you just can get into the position and try to feel it, and then we work from there. Patrick, may I use you? So we start from nearly normal half guard position. You can try to get into it, to get the underhook with the frames and then get up. And the first important detail is you try to get the whole of the trousers with two of your fingers. I recommend these two and grip in there, and then you kind of dive deep into, put your head on the thigh and try to keep your shoulder far away from the side so that your head is more in front than your shoulder. That defends the cross face. If you're like this and he does a cross face, it's ugh. But if my shoulder is that way, it should be easier for me to keep the position without getting cross-faced. So I want you just to get into this position and try to feel where you're comfortable at and where you're not comfortable at. Just hug the leg, get your head on the thigh, try to keep your shoulder more far away than your head, and just try to be there, and the person on top gives you a little bit of defensive stuff, and you just try to be there. Stay there. Okay? So one more time the details perhaps. Normal kind of half guard. You can start from here, get up. Just try to find the whole of the trousers. If you don't get it, it's no problem. You can either grip the jacket or whatever you find. I do not recommend gripping the belt because it turns. So then just better get the jacket. But the best thing is to get the whole of the trousers, because if I once have this grip, I am deciding to let go. He cannot release my grip from there. There's just no way that he can get my hand off of it. So then your head comes in deep, you hug the leg and try to keep your shoulder more far away than your head and try to stay there, and he tries to defend a bit. And you're just like a little sloth hanging onto him. Okay? So we do this for a minute and then come back. 1, 2. Any questions to this position so far? With which hand? You just haven't had your head in the right position as you started, okay. So he could push it. Okay. Just try to keep your ear on his thigh far more, yeah.
Feel like this?
So it could be easier to keep it there. And your shoulder has to be further away. Yeah, you can look to the ground if it's better for you.
Okay.
Then, I mean, you cannot hang down forever, but okay. It should be easier to keep the position for some time. Just watch your shoulder and keep your head tighter to his groin.
Okay.
Nearly.
Thank you.
But we don't want to stay there forever, so we go on to Coyote Guard from there. Can I use you? So we start in the same position. Get the grip in the hole. Have this. And you can do it like this. If he pushes my head, as I told you, it should be easier to stay there. Right? Okay. And now, perhaps we have to turn, that your ass is pointing this direction. Yep. I'm here. So, I'm here, and now I'm trying to get this foot. I need to get it up so that it's bent, like this. And now I'm kicking this leg out and bring it back in, like a scissor motion. And then I have his weight on my hip. That's the first thing we do. I just do it slow, like a sloth. No, that you can get a feeling for the position. I think it's important. You're in here. You're trying to get the foot. You need to have it bent and keep it here. Now you can kick this leg out. Just that the knee is out. And then you make a scissor motion. And as you can see, I have his weight on my hips. Darf ich einmal ohne dich? So you take this leg, make this straight, and then you kind of do this motion. You pinch your knees together and kick this up. Okay? In here. And if you don't find the hole, it's okay to just grab onto this for this exercise. So bend the knee, straight your own leg so that his knee is out of your legs, and then pinch your knees together and do scissor motion. Okay? Only up to this point. Questions? Yes. And in here, you just go for his foot, bend the leg, straighten your other leg, pinch your knees together, and do a scissor motion. And as you can see, I have active toes. They're not like lying on the floor, they're active. Okay? 1, 2. I think an important part is that you try to keep your head really tight in, and that you try to keep this pose. And not to straighten your body too much, then it gets harder. And the other thing is, you do the scissor motion and the upper leg pushes down. You don't pinch your knees because it's behind your knee, but you have to get leverage, do you say that like this? On the leg of the other person so that you can get the hip. And as I already saw when I was walking around, the first sweep is on hand. You just can put the person over. My English is not that good. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. If not, you have to ask. Okay, so we get in here, get the leg, tighten it up, straight this leg, and now I try to stay in here. If I'm too straight, it will be hard and I just open up and don't get it. I saw this sometime. And if you feel like his knee's too far up to my hip, I just shrimp a bit out so that I'm in a better position and can get my own knee underneath. And from here, I get him and I just roll over to the side. I have side control. Some of you already did it, but the others should do it now too. Just getting in nice and tight, catching the leg, getting it into your knee, straighten the other leg, readjust if you need to to bring your butt out and can you to bring your knee underneath his. So under, active toes, and now you just have to roll to the side. And there you are, and second roll. Okay? 1, 2.
So much fun.
So slow. This was still like playing with the movement and getting a feeling how to twist the hip and get the weight from the person on top of you. And if you have the weight from the person on top of you, you normally can do whatever you want. There are many options. But as some of you experienced, if the person posts, it's not that easy to sweep them from that position. But we can go easily into dogfight. Because if the person posts, here's space between arms and upper body. So this is what we're going to do next. Same setup. We're in here, getting the leg, getting to this point, but he posts. Then I come up, and if he stays like this, I just go into the back. Okay? So this is the first thing we will do. But not that long because it's not that complicated. You're in here, getting the foot, getting it nice and tight into your knee, getting him up, and if you pose, you're just coming up on your elbow, with your leg in, getting the grips and getting the back. Okay? 1, 2. Okay, I saw everybody succeed, so I think we can move on. It's not that complicated, as I told. The chances that the person on top just stays like this and doesn't whistle you is like 0. So we covered this. 2 more options if the person gives you a whizzer. And then afterwards you just can get into position, do kind of positional sparring and use all the stuff you learned today. And that's my plan. We're in here. That is this. Come up, and now he gives you as a whizzer. The important thing is to keep the hook with the formerly upper leg. The lower leg can get out. Tobias showed us like MMA stuff, like young people with strength. We just and push in this direction. I'm too old to do this. I just keep my grip on the hip. I keep my head here, and then I'm walking, and he's falling, and I don't have to use strength. I like this more. We're in here, get the foot, zip, zip, doesn't work, come up, and you just, perhaps I do this slower. Yep. You have this position, just come up and keep this leg between your leg. You keep your leg, your head on his chest. Now you post your own leg and you don't push in this direction because he's stable in that direction. You just walk. Okay? Just kind of like little hops with your foot. And at some point he just falls to his back. Okay? 1, 2. There's one more technique I want to show you and 2 more details I want to talk about. If you have problems with your shoulders, because I called it Sloth Guard for old lazy people, and old people always have problems with their shoulders and injuries. So first I show you 2 details, other grips, and then we go on to another sweep. There are plenty of sweeps, but we can't cover everything. So if you're in, and that's going into, I'm just thinking about how you can see it, to dogfight, and you have, if you have this grip and the person is really strong and pushes your shoulder down to the floor, I can't keep that grip because my shoulder hurts. It could help to turn the hand with palm of your hand up. So it releases the pressure in your shoulder. I don't know why. I'm not a physiotherapist. Perhaps you can explain it. And if even this does not help, you can grip around the butt too. It's okay. You don't need the grip around here and hold on to this and let your shoulders get fucked up. You can just go down to this part, or you can turn your hand with palms up. Okay. But if he presses really hard into me and I need to do this, it's maybe not possible to push him to that side. But then, okay, well, we go to the other side. The hand which I'm posted on goes under his thigh. My knee goes in. And here we are again. Okay? So, you start here. Get into dog fight. He pressures a lot. And I'm thinking like, I can't make that work. I go underneath this thigh. I'm not grabbing for this because it's too far away. If he posts and presses into me, then I go find out. I will never get that, but I get this leg. So I'm hugging this leg, hugging him, getting my knee in, and coming up. Okay? Again? My knee just comes in so that I fall. First I have posture, and then I'm doing this, which we never want to have unless we want to fall. Okay? That's it. One last time. Into dog fights, he posts. Turn mine off. Yeah.
Turn mine off.
I'm mixing English and German. The knees are far apart. I'm grabbing this thigh, and this knee just comes into his knee. And I'm on top. Okay? 1, 2.
Yes.
Okay, so we just quick get over what we did today. I show you, and afterwards we do kind of positional sparring. So you try to get into kind of deep Halfguard, Sloth Guard, and from there on play and try to get a sweep or get to dogfight position and sweep then, whatever we did today. So just a quick overview. We started with Sloth Guard, just to get in, keep the frames, and on the inside, looking for the hole in the trousers. Get 2 fingers in, your head on the thigh. Try to keep your shoulder further away than your head, so he can't push you off. From this, we went to Coyote Guard, fetched the foot, put it in our knee pit. Do you say knee pit? Straighten your leg, do kind of a scissor motion, and have the weight on top. Perhaps you can roll from there. If he posts far away, you just try to come up, get the back. Or if he whizzes and does not pressure too much into you, just step your foot up, keep your head on the chest, pop, 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 till he falls down. If he pressures into you quite a lot, just grab the thigh, pull your knee into, and roll him over to that side for side position. Okay? That's the stuff we done today. You get like 5 minutes to play around with it. And then you get the chance to ask questions if there are any. Okay? 1, 2. How's everybody doing? Does it start to make sense to you, or is it like...
It's nice to embrace being slow and old.
I'm just hugging people. Spread the love. Okay. Do you have any questions right now, or I will be available at OpenMed if you want to ask me in private or whatever to armor stuff or this stuff. Okay.